Sup YouTube, this is Slide88Fry here. There was something else I was going to react to, but from Cracked about honest ads for jobs. There was also something else I was going to react to from Moon about how much more dark Nintendo really is. But no, I don't have the time to do those as well. Um, that said, I would like to show you something. So, Crack in the Box, who has had some very serious health problems, unfortunately. He has been through a lot, but through Make-A-Wish, Johnny Depp dressed up as Captain Jack Sparrow and sent him a video message and sent him multiple and even knighted him, which was really cool. And Crack in the Box has gotten to his 100,000 subscriber silver play button from YouTube. So congratulations. Maybe I'll make a short from this, but I'm not going to do a reaction because I'm going to do a reaction to something else. Also, hey, check this out. Ooh, awesome job. Well, isn't Aquaman 2 canceled anyways? I don't know. I mean, this looks like it could be kind of funny. Your Jordans are fake. Okay, that's random. But anyways, I'd like to show you another thing. This is from my community tab. So here, uh, it's time to celebrate. The copyright claim, infringement claim of my review of Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl has been lifted. I had worked on this video for 4 months. I hope you guys give it a watch. Check out my community tab or just, go to my videos. There it is right there. Of course, it's going to be over there once I upload this reaction. But yeah, check it out. And why don't we get started on reacting to this new episode of Angry Video Game Nerd. He's reviewing Garfield video games. I don't have much experience with Garfield playing it. I've known about Garfield since as long as I can remember. But what I'm most familiar with is the cartoon from the 90s I grew up with called Garfield and Friends. I watched it on Nickelodeon back then, as well as many other cartoons I used to watch back then as a kid. That show was once on Hulu. I don't think it's there anymore, unfortunately, which sucks, but that was a fun show. Anyway, let's, as for video games, I do remember a Sega Genesis game, but I didn't play it. I think I watched my brother play it, and it was played through the Sega channel, not like a cartridge. By the way, I'm going to be drinking a little of this. Screwball peanut butter whiskey. Didn't even know they made peanut butter whiskey. I got it as like this tip of, oh my god, I'm so sorry for what you went through when I was doing a DoorDash delivery order. A restaurant was taking way longer than they should for a pretty small order, and I had mentioned it to the customer to let them know, hey, I'm sorry about how long the wait has been. I'm sorry I'm running late. The restaurant sucks. But anyways, let's try to get this started. I unfortunately don't have much time because I actually am getting a ride soon, as I need to get a rental car. I'm in the market for a new car, unfortunately, but I'm not going to get into that. Let's just focus on the video now. Also, I'm having pizza, and yes, I eat pizza with a fork. You have a problem with that? I didn't think so. Anyway, let's do this. Okay. Okay, there we go.
Happy holidays, and thank you for watching this episode of Angry Video Game Nerd. It's the season of giving, But haven't you already given enough of your unencrypted data away to be harvested by hackers, governments, and corporations? Well, if you've been using ExpressVPN at my...
I'm good. Let's just go to the video.
Today, we're talking Garfield, yeah! And since this is the December episode, you might be wondering, is there anything Christmas about it? Yeah.
I just remembered there are Garfield games I played on my smartphone on Android. There was one where you're like working at a cafe, you're serving people food and stuff, and you have to move really quickly. You can unlock different characters to move even more quickly. There was a tower defense one I played where it was Garfield versus zombies, and there was another one that the Garfield defense where you have to defend the refrigerator from being destroyed by enemies, and then there was a Christmas version of that. Maybe he'll talk about that.
There is. I'm wearing a Santa hat.
Oh my god.
Back in the day. Yeah. Episode, you might be wondering, is there anything Christmas about it? Yeah, there is. I'm wearing a Santa hat. Back in the day, there used to be this roll of paper that came to your house.
Yep.
It was called a newspaper. Yeah. It had a bunch of news and sports crap in it. But there was also comics. Every day, as a kid, I would dig out that comic section and go straight to Garfield. It was my favorite, and all it was a cat. A cynical, sarcastic cat who speaks only in thought clouds, who likes to sleep, eat lasagna, and beat up his owner John and his dog Odie. Nevertheless, there was something about it that hooked me, and I collected many of those books that archived all the old Garfield strips. Part of the appeal was from being a cat owner. There was a relatability factor. Never before had I seen a comic that made fun of how cats can't make up their mind if they want to go out the door, or how they plan out their jumps across furniture. It's a comic about what your cat is thinking, what goes on inside their little minds. That is, until Garfield evolved into a more generic character. Another thing I loved was the slapstick. There was so much chaos and destruction. It often involved food being splattered or someone being whacked in the head. Everyone remembers Odie getting a lot of abuse, but John would get totally messed up. He's falling on his face, getting burped through the door. Sometimes it happens in a combo. A pie to the face, his pants get ripped off, and then he's kicked over. These type of exaggerated cartoon physics were new to me at the time. Even though it was just a drawing on a page, I could see it moving. Garfield is what taught me how to draw movement. And I gotta mention, John's facial expressions are so funny.
Yeah, they are.
But I think one of the biggest appeals of the character is Garfield's fuck all attitude. He doesn't give a shit. He's the king of laziness, especially when they gave him that monotone voice for the animated show. That set the way for how Garfield talks. While I was a big fan of both the show and the strip, eventually, like most things, it became repetitive and predictable. Just think, there's been a Garfield comic every day since 1978. By now, you wouldn't think Garfield would still be such a big deal anymore. But the internet has given Garfield a whole new life. There's so many fan works and spoofs, it would be impossible to count. There was a Garfield randomizer that mixes panels from different Garfield strips. There was Silent Garfield that removes Garfield's thought clouds. And then there's Garfield minus Garfield, which removes Garfield altogether, making John into a much crazier character than he already was. It's hilarious. Then there's the square root of minus Garfield. It never ends. There's all kinds of theories, like trying to explain whatever happened to Odie's original owner, Lyman, who was only in the early comics. The theory goes he was murdered or captured by John, and there actually exists a Flash game called Garfield's Spooky Scavenger Hunt with an Easter egg showing Lyman chained up in the basement. I didn't know Garfield had such deep lore. What is it with Garfield? Why has it infiltrated our imagination so much? Is there any core meaning? Well, perhaps some of the video games might hold some clues to the secrets of this stupid cat's enduring popularity. Or not. You want to know how many Garfield games there are? No, you really don't. There's too many, and they've been making them since the days of Atari 2600. What you see here is a prototype developed during the video game crash of '83. It was canceled, but not lost. Unfortunately. There's not much to do but hop across a fence while avoiding potted plants. Next thing, you're on a rooftop. Oh look, Odie's in the chimney, like Santa. There's our Christmas reference. How do you like that? Merry fucking Christmas. Happy goddamn holidays. And while you're at it, Happy New Year. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Arbor Day. Happy World Mosquito Day. And happy birthday, Brian. Anyway, you encounter this gray hanging creature who I think is supposed to be normal. Next thing, you're in the universe of Odie's eating burgers. And that's about it. It's a 30-second unfinished Atari game. Yeah. There were tons and tons of Garfield computer games in the 80s, but when it comes to consoles, there was Famicom. Tons of Garfield computer games in the 80s, but when it comes to consoles, there was a Famicom version. It was called A Week of Garfield. Somehow, it never made it to the NES. In some cases, that's a shame, because there's a lot of good games that only came out in Japan. Is this one of those?
We'll find out.
Or is it the other kind?
Like Star Wars?
The title screen is promising. It at least looks like Garfield and Odie. But then Odie runs away, and Garfield says, "Where are you going, Odie?" He's quitting. Already. That's a bad sign. Level 1, you're walking through John's ugly house with tasteless wall colors and randomly placed tables and What happened? I'm dead? That was fast.
Mouse, you're a cat, though.
Anyway, the goal of the game, I think, is that you're trying to find Odie. I'm dead again? Oh. Okay, this already sucks.
A worm?
Now there's a spider in my way. Oh, great. It mimics your movement. Oh, what was that? Did Garfield just turn into a four-legged cat all of a sudden? Yes, actually, that's how you crouch in the game. And it's true, Garfield used to walk on four legs in the early comics, but in the game, it switches back and forth. Every position, whether jumping or whatever, all look like totally different Garfields. The attack, you gotta be kidding me. That's all you get? Just a wimpy little kick? At first, I couldn't even tell if I was attacking or not. That range is so short, it doesn't even go outside Garfield's own hitbox. You gotta get the power-ups. You can throw bones, what look like bombs, and a spread gun. Spread gun. Do you remember the comic where that happened? Where Garfield fired a spread gun at a bunch of frogs and mice? The enemies make no sense. How did John let all these frogs in his house?
I don't know.
Remember that one strip where Liz came over and he was like, "Oh shit, I got all these frogs jumping around." That John. Then you got all these green alien bug things and gray mice. That mouse just kicked my ass! Drained my health in a second. Damn! Knocked me in the air! These mice don't fuck around. When you reach the end of the stage, if you reach the end of the stage, you come to a locked door. Let me guess. You gotta find a key. Alright, I'm gonna go back. Wait, you can't go back. Does that mean I'm fucked? Oh, now I'm just jumping around like an idiot. I don't know what you're supposed to do. I guess that means I can stop playing. Never mind. I found the key. You trigger it by jumping in a specific spot. What's the point of that? Who puts a key right in front of the door? And this happens on every level. Why even have a locked door if the key is always right there? You're gonna find it, even if you have to touch every spot on the screen imaginable. It adds nothing to the game except wasted time.
Yeah, that's a really good point. That reminds me, sometimes at Starbucks, and no, I'm not somebody who goes to Starbucks a lot. Like, I go there sometimes. Usually when I'm there, it's to use a bathroom, actually. But no, I've ordered stuff there. I mean, their holiday drinks are nice. But plus, I had a gift card given to me from somebody. I don't remember who. But the fact is, there's the nearest Starbucks to where I live, over at the Coddingtown Mall here in Santa Rosa. So, yeah, the Coddingtown Mall. You walk right in. They require you to enter a code to enter the bathroom. There's a little sticker with the code on top of the keypad. Now, that's cool that you can easily get in and out of the bathroom, but why have the keypad? Why have the code if the code is right there? You could see the code. Like, just have a regular lock if that's the case. You know, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, the point of having a code to use a bathroom is so that I guess like non-customers can't use it or something. At least I think that's the point of it. They want to be sure that that it's not just some random person who's not going to buy anything, who just goes in and uses the bathroom and leaves, which admittedly I've done. But I mean, I work DoorDash, so of course that's kind of what I do with the bathroom. Sometimes I'll just go to the bathroom at a restaurant that I am picking up an order from. But Starbucks doesn't do DoorDash. They used to years ago, but they stopped doing it for whatever reason. I guess they just didn't feel like they needed to, because people just can't help but love their Starbucks. But yeah, like, what's the point of having a code for the bathroom if you're gonna have a sticker of the code on the keypad? Like, there's like, that's not secure at all. Just like how there's a key right there in front of the door.
At the end of the level, John will say something. It's always just one sentence. What happened?
I don't know. You want to tell me what happened?
May I help you? Yeah, you could give me some power-ups or a health upgrade or just some tips. Nope, just puts me back in the game. Okay.
That's
what can I do for you?
I don't know, John. What can you do for me? What have you done so far? Nothing. You're a waste. You're a useless piece of shit.
Let's challenge.
Challenge? What challenge? Hasn't this whole
35%
thing been a challenge?
Still looking for Odie?
Oh, right. Yeah, that's the goal. Because that's what you were asking. Not that you had any advice or anything. You just wanted to know. Well, yeah, I am still looking. Asswipe.
Garfield would have given up long ago. Why would he ever be looking for Odie? Garfield would be glad to get rid of him. Garfield wouldn't even get out of bed.
Well, let's be honest. I remember watching an episode of Garfield and Friends on the 90s on Nickelodeon. And, yeah, Garfield seemed happy that Odie was gone, but then he was really, really missing him. Like, he missed him a lot. Now, I don't remember the reason. I don't remember if it's because he bonds with him or if it's because he likes having a punching bag, but he couldn't sleep because Odie was gone. So he tries to count sheep. And, you know, he's like 1 sheep, 2 sheep, 3 sheep, 4 sheep, 5 Odie, 6 Odie, 7 Odie, 8 Odie. And he's like, oh, like, you know, he wakes up and realizes he stopped counting sheep and now he's counting Odies, the dog. So, no, Garfield wants Odie back. He used to hate him, but he loves him now.
Except to eat. Maybe if that were the goal, if he's trying to get rid of him. Garfield wouldn't even get out of bed, except to eat. Maybe if that were the goal, if he's trying to find a massive treasure trove of lasagna, that would at least make sense. Because cats love lasagna. No, it never made sense.
Just Garfield.
This game is work. A lot of work. Something Garfield would never do.
Yeah.
All the levels are pretty much the exact same thing. You just move to the right and get bombarded by hordes of enemies. Too many enemies. Way too many. Damn birds. Duck and jump. Oh! Okay, the duck down. All right, and then, oh, the fucking mouse! All right, I know the mouse is coming. And jump!
Oh my god, that's brutal.
Shoot him. Shoot him, shoot him. Oh! Duck under the birds. Jump over the mouse. Ah! The big problem is the game doesn't start with much health. And anytime you find more health, it only adds a tiny sliver to the health bar. That's all you get? You gotta be kidding me. There's no post-hit invincibility either. Any enemy can drain all your health in a flash.
So
You know,
terrible.
I happened to notice that if you scramble the words Garfield Odie, you can get Fragile Die. Just wanted to point that out.
That's so random. How did you...
Wait till you get to the boss.
Do you think he found that out on the internet somewhere, or do you think he came up with that? He probably found that on the internet somewhere. But, damn, that's hilarious.
They're near impossible. It's funny they use such obscure Garfield characters. That right there is Fluffy Ned. No, I'm just kidding. It's nobody. Don't you wish you had more health? Well, just play the level over again and don't get hit so much. Don't you wish you had more ammo? Well, play the level again, trying to save your ammo while not getting hit. Don't you wish you were playing a different game? Well, take the fucker out and throw it in the dumpster. I like that the restaurant says foods, foods, foods.
Yeah, that's
also, is it just me, or does the music sound like Get Back by the Beatles? Another thing, that spider in the tree reminds me...
sorry to say, I do like the Beatles. I just haven't listened to that much of their music. Growing up, I didn't really listen to them that much. I liked the hard rock. Like, I was into the hardcore stuff, like Metallica. I can't think right now, but the band of Kurt Cobain. I used to know this name by heart. Now I'm stupid. God damn, God damn it. Anyway, oh, by the way, this is fine. This is V8 Splash. Don't worry. I'm not stuffing myself with alcohol for this. That'd be ridiculous if I did that. Okay. By the way, the Screwball peanut butter whiskey. Ooh, intense. Intense stuff. But, you know what? Fucking good. Mm-hmm. Alright, anyway. A lot of hardcore bands I used to listen to. System of a Down. And then later on in my teenage years to adult years, there was Avenged Sevenfold and Atreyu. But no. Later on in my adulthood, I started to appreciate the Beatles. The Beatles, they're classic, and they really did push the envelope. They're awesome. But I'm not familiar with that song he referenced, unfortunately, probably because I didn't really grow up listening to him that much.
We have Jekyll and Hyde. Another thing, that spider in the tree reminds me of Jekyll and Hyde.
Of course it does.
The way it drops down and blocks your... Another thing, that spider in the tree reminds me of Jekyll and Hyde. The way it drops down and blocks your way. But at least here the weapons actually work.
Anyway, I'm at the last level now. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Hi, Odie. Bye, Odie. I guess you just walk past him.
What the fuck?
Uh-oh, this is it. Purple cat boss. Yes, a purple cat throwing knives is the final boss of a Garfield game.
Oh, shit.
And he's hard as shit.
He's throwing knives.
Ah! Fuck! Ah!
I just gotta hit him with the bombs. Hit him with the bombs. Hit him. Hit him. Hit him. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I did it. I did it. I beat him.
Yay.
I just gotta find the key, and it's all over. All right, where's the key? Where's... What?
Huh?
What happened?
Oh my
What?
god.
Time limit?
Oh no.
There's a fucking time limit?
Oh no.
I can't believe there's a time limit. So not only do you have to get to the boss with optimum ammo and health, but you also have to do it fast as fuck. Well, I'm not doing that. Just one more time. All right, I'm gonna get him this time. Oh, down to the wire again. 10 seconds left. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Where's
Is this
that timer?
possible?
Is
Is
it?
this 5, 4,
Is that
3,
the bottom of the screen?
2, oh.
The bottom middle of the screen has this black bubble on it. I made a mistake years ago where I accidentally dropped the laptop while it was turned on. Like, I don't remember what I was doing. I was trying to move it somewhere or something else, move something else, and I dropped it onto the ground, onto the floor, and it put a dent on the screen. It didn't damage the, like, it didn't show any physical damage on the screen, but it put this black bubble at the bottom whenever I turned it on. I'll have to replace the screen at some point, but yeah, that sucked.
Oh, there is no key this time. What?
Oh my god.
You saw that, right? I beat the boss and made it through the door. How much farther did I need to go? It's not even worth it. Just one more time.
I swear, all I needed was just one more second. All right, motherfucker. Come on, come on. Yes. All right, 5, 4,
What's with this time limit,
3, 2, 1.
Oh my god.
No.
Just one more time.
Okay, that was as fast as I could go. And so 12 seconds left. Oh boy,
Dude,
10 seconds.
I believe in you, AVGN.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
You can
5.
do it, man.
Oh my god. 4, 3,
You're fucked.
2, 1. Oh.
I did
it! Congratulations, boys. It was easy.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, sure it was. See you again. I hope not.
Well, there you have the Famicom Classic, A Week of Garfield. A week off my life expectancy. This isn't Garfield. It's more like Barfield. This is one of the worst 8-bit shitfests I've ever played. I'm glad it didn't come out in the US, and I'd be even more glad if I never even knew it existed.
I don't think you could top that shit. But let's take a quick look at another Garfield game on the Sega Genesis. It's called Garfield Caught in the Act. Caught in the Act
that's the game I
doing
remember.
what? Never mind. The plot is that Garfield gets sucked into the TV. Yeah, that old cliche that's been done over and over. Most notably in the AVGN.
Yes, that one, but I was actually thinking about, what's it called? Cheetah Men on the Action 52. I was thinking about that one, which is classic episode of AVGN. Hey, let me know if you want to see me do a tier list of AVGN episodes. I've been thinking about this, and I'd like to. Like, what episodes I think are the best and the worst. Like, and the categories wouldn't be like S class, A class. It'd be like the top class would be kick ass, and the bottom class would be shitload of fuck or something like that. You know what I mean? You know, stuff that he would say. Anyways, I'm just texting my friend, but an ARM came. Yeah, this one.
Game. So now Garfield is platform jumping through a bunch of movie genres. A classic horror stage, a pirate stage, prehistoric, Egyptian, and even a film noir stage called Casablanca. Man, I miss the 90s when it was still commonplace to reference movies from the 40s.
Yeah.
Nowadays, if you make a Casablanca reference, the kids won't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, that's true.
At first glance, this is what you want. It actually looks like Garfield, the animation is nice, but just try playing. I dare you. Try playing it for 10 minutes, and you'll see. It's not what it seems. It's like chocolate-covered diarrhea. You think it's a side-scroller, but no. It's a sideways, up and down, left and right, up and down, fall back, do it again, left and right, left and right. Who would have thought a Garfield game would be this confusing to navigate? Even when you figure out where you're supposed to go, a big part of the trick is not getting hit or missing a jump. If you fall down, you gotta do it all over again. Or, if you fall in the water, it takes you back, just like the sewers in Ninja Turtles. Garfield wouldn't have the patience for all this, so why should I? I even encountered a glitch. On the prehistoric stage, after beating the boss, a reptilian Odie, the game soft-locked. Nothing happened. So I had to reset the rotten thing and start over from the beginning of the whole game. I would ask, did they even test this shitty game out? But the answer is yes. According to the end credits, there were 2 lead testers, 4 assistant lead testers, and 14 regular testers. There's no way! On top...
Hey, by the way, if anybody is watching who is designing a video game, I don't care if it's like a big company or just some small indie game, big indie game, whatever the case may be. Hey, talk to me. I'm serious. Like, I'm actually being serious. I play video games a lot. It may be hard to believe with what my channel content has been lately with mostly Johnny Depp shorts. But if you look at how my channel was before, like before I was doing reaction videos since 2020, it was mostly gaming footage. And I had some original content on secondary channels, which I've uploaded into a compilation on this one. But, yeah, it's, I really enjoy video games a lot. Now, my platforms, PC, right here, Switch. I do have a Wii U. It's in my storage unit, although I guess there's probably not any games coming out for that anymore. Yeah, I plan on selling my NES Classic and SNES Classic. I've been wanting to sell this for years, but I saw that the price dropped on it. I was hoping to sell it for like hundreds of bucks, but I'll probably sell them for like the actual retail price of $60 for the NES Classic and $80 for the SNES Classic. Because now that I have a Switch, I don't really need those consoles because the Switch has all those games and then some. And it costs very little per year to get it. Actually, I've upgraded to the $50 per year. Nintendo needs to bring down the price. It shouldn't cost that much for N64 and Sega Genesis games to be added on top of NES and SNES and online play. But I'm happy I got it because my wife and I've been playing a lot of Mario Party 2, and we've unlocked the Yeah, Mario Party 2 on the N64. We're playing on Switch. We unlocked the Bowser board, which we're going to complete soon. She even referenced, and she's not even into this kind of thing, but she even referenced this would be a fun thing to stream. I was like, yeah, you're right, it would be. So if I have time to do a live stream again, maybe expect to see a live stream where both my wife and I are playing N64 games together on the Switch. But why did I bring this up again? I don't know.
Top of the regular levels, there's a Steeler testers.
Oh, testers.
There's no way.
Yeah, testers. But yeah, I enjoy playing video games a lot. If I was paid to test video games, I'd be excited because I used to also edit StarCraft campaign missions. I was growing up, well, not as a child, but as a teenager to young adult, I was more into playing PC games. I loved playing StarCraft. I loved playing Warcraft 3: The Frozen Throne. I also enjoyed some of the some of the Command and Conquer and Red Alert games, and especially Red Alert 3. That game's amazing. I love how you can build your entire base on the sea instead of just only on land. But anyway, excuse me. I used to design like entire campaigns when I have more time on my hands on StarCraft. Like I actually know how to set up triggers, like make the computer do what I want them to do, so that it has the challenge of the game in the campaign, and trigger actions to happen, trigger dialogue, trigger what causes you to win or lose the mission. It was fun, So and even though I had to often play test, and I was like, oh crap, I forgot this, or oh crap, I forgot that, or oh crap, what I triggered here is not a good idea, or what I set up here is not a good idea. It was fun, Actually, maybe sometime if I have more time on my hands, I'll even live stream a custom-made campaign I made to show off for you guys to see. Crap, I'm running out of time. My ride's gonna arrive soon. Better finish this.
Way! On top of the regular levels, there's a stage made up of TV circuits that acts as the main hub. This is where the final boss lies, and you'll never guess what this boss is. It's, this. What the hell is that thing? It looks like a robot velociraptor with a bow tie and plugs for hands. It doesn't even look like it belongs in the same game. It looks like something you'd see in Vector Man or something.
Yeah.
How did this thing get in here? It would be like playing Super Mario World and all of a sudden Saberwolf shows up.
Oh shit.
So, I beat 2 Garfield games, and am I proud of it? No. I think they should have ended with the Egyptian level. That was already a worthy pain-in-the-ass final boss. It's a giant statue of a pharaoh with the face of John, I think.
Yeah, John.
It's funny to think of John as some kind of high ruler, a king or a god. I mean, he does own a cat, and pharaohs owned cats as protection against snakes and shit. In ancient Egypt, cats were regarded with high importance. They were depicted on the walls of tombs, sometimes even being mummified with their owners.
This is rather profound because Jim Davis, the creator of Garfield, will undoubtedly be remembered for Garfield for all eternity. In a sense, he will take his cat to the grave, just like the ancient pharaohs.
The pharaoh in the game is John, but does anyone remember who John actually is? Go back to the very first Garfield comic. He's a cartoonist. John is Jim Davis.
And perhaps Jim Davis is no mortal man. Maybe he's a reincarnation of an ancient deity, a god. It makes perfect sense. Why else would everybody still be worshiping Garfield after all these years? And if you scramble the name Jim Davis, you can get divagism. That's disgusting. I apologize.
Diva.
One more game.
Just to throw out one more shit nugget for you, there was a Game Boy game called Garfield Labyrinth. It's a maze game, which is essentially a remake of Solomon's Key, which was one of the all-time great puzzle games as an arcade and NES port. This version basically replaces Solomon with Garfield and gives him some weird weapon to destroy blocks with. What is that thing? Some appendage on his body? I know what that is. It's never mind. Enough dirty jokes.
No, it's not.
It turns out this game is based on yet another game called Pee-Pee Hammer and his pneumatic weapon.
Pee-Pee Hammer.
Pee-Pee Hammer?
Yeah, Pee-Pee.
Okay.
Pee-Pee.
Yes, it's true. This cat has a dick.
Yeah, that was kind of a Ghostbusters reference. Speaking of Ghostbusters, check this out. You're not going to believe this. This game was actually a Ghostbusters game. You're thinking, oh, come on now, but I'm not kidding. Look, compare them side by side. Same games, only the sprites swapped. The Garfield game is the PAL version, while the North American version is the real Ghostbusters. Yeah, not just any Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbusters. The animated series with the voice of Lorenzo Music as Peter Venkman, same guy who voiced Garfield. And as we all know, there's one other character in this universe who happened to play both those characters as the voice of Garfield in the live-action films and as Peter Venkman in the live-action Ghostbusters.
Yes, Bill Murray.
Of course, we're talking about Bill Murray.
I'm very thankful to knowing this thanks to one of your old videos. Might have been the Ghostbusters 3-parter from 2007, or maybe it was something else. I don't know.
In fact, there's that scene in Zombieland, you know, when the whole movie hits the brakes and becomes a Ghostbusters parody. What is the other movie that Bill Murray references in that scene?
Do you have any regrets?
Garfield, maybe?
What is it with Garfield and Ghostbusters? Why are these two separate franchises so closely linked together?
I don't know.
Anyway, about the game. You might be wondering what it was originally called in Japan. Was it Ghostbusters or Garfield? It was neither.
Okay, well,
it was Mickey Mouse 4!
Fucking hell. Mickey Mouse 4.
What the
Can
fuck?
you think of any other game, any other media in the history of civilization that went from Mickey Mouse to Garfield to Ghostbusters? I don't know how this came to be, but it sort of piques your curiosity, doesn't it? But hang on. If this is Mickey Mouse 4, then what about Mickey Mouse 3? Well, the game that was known in Japan on Famicom as Mickey Mouse 3 was known on NES as Kid Clown in Nightmare World.
Yeah, you know, Garfield, Ghostbusters, Kid Clown, all that shit. But I know what you're wondering. What about Mickey Mouse 1 and 2? I wish I didn't have to answer that, because now we're really going down the rabbit hole, with the emphasis on rabbit.
Bugs Bunny?
Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle 1 and 2.
No,
yeah,
that can't
you remember
be the
back
same
when I
thing.
reviewed all those Crazy Castle games?
Hey, by the way, I think those games are actually pretty fun. I think they're good games. I enjoyed Crazy Castle 1 and 2. Very fun. I never finished 3. I didn't know about Crazy Castle 4 until I looked up the games on IGN. And I didn't know about his Woody Woodpecker and Crazy Castle 5 until I watched his review, which I saw, years after it came out.
Little did I know, in Japan, it was originally the Mickey Mouse series, not to be confused with Mickey Mousecapade. But then Mickey Mouse 3 and 4 branched off. And was there a Mickey Mouse 5? Of course there was a Mickey Mouse 5. Meanwhile, Crazy Castle 5 became all about Woody Woodpecker. So Mickey Mouse and the Crazy Castle series were like two timelines that temporarily crossed together. Two intersecting comet tails of chronological confusion. Oh, and that's not all. The very first Crazy Castle game was on both NES and Game Boy.
Yes, it was.
The Japanese version of the Game Boy version was Mickey Mouse, but the Japanese version of the NES version was Roger fucking Rabbit on the Famicom disk drive. Holy shit. Not to mention, the European version of Crazy Castle 2 was part of the Hugo series.
I can't take it anymore. And of course, it all comes down to Bugs Bunny.
Uh-oh. Is Mike Matei back? Is it Mike Matei as Bugs Bunny?
What's up, Doc?
Are you
What's up, Doc?
You have the nerve to come here and ask me what's up.
Yeah.
Well, Doc is going to tell you what's up. Because the Doc has got a prescription ordered specifically for you, fuckface.
Okay, well, you're the doc, Doc. Let me have it.
Happy holidays, buddy. Yeah, it's good to see you. Here, try this game out. Yeah, check this out here. Oh, man, it's been a long time. Been a long
Eat my rabbit hole!
Is that Mike Matei? Is he back? Oh my god.
I collect spores, molds, and fungus.
Ew.
Great.
Please!
Aww.
Nice touch.
I wonder if Mike Matei did come back to voice Bugs Bunny, because that would be awesome if he did. I know he left Cinemassacre in 2020, but I hope it was him. I don't know. Let's see. Mike. Oh, hey, there we go. Mike Matei was involved with some of the gameplay. So maybe it was him voicing Bugs Bunny again. So that's cool. Matei came back to be Bugs Bunny again. Last time we saw Bugs Bunny was that 2016 episode of Mega Man. That was a really fun one. All right. I'm going to have to actually finish up real soon. Let me just call my friend back real quick. He's here to pick me up, so I'm going to give him a quick call real quick. Be right back. Sorry. Hey, Nick. Hey. Yeah, just about. Did you get my text? You haven't been responding to my text. Okay. I'm about to finish up. Okay. So sorry, this came out of nowhere. It like showed up. I was like, oh, I better do this. So it literally came out, and I literally recorded it only like maybe 15 minutes after it came out. It just took longer to finish, but I'm about to be done like in any moment now. So I'll be right out. Okay. Oh, I didn't know you were on your way. I thought you were already here. Okay, I'll see you soon. Okay, sounds good. That should work out pretty well. All right, see you soon. Bye. All right, let's do this. So that was a really fun episode. Really fun. Hey, look at this sweater. Yay! Okay. Anyways, not much Christmas oriented. That was really unexpected when, like, oh, yay, we're being buddy, and then, of course, he still beats the crap out of Bugs Bunny anyways. Oh, my goodness. So now there's a total of 4 AVGN episodes with Mike Matei appearing as Bugs Bunny. First, from 2007, was Bugs Bunny's birthday blowout, when AVGN beat the crap out of him and took a shit on his face. Then 2009, Bugs Bunny was back with a vengeance in the Crazy Castle episode, where AVGN reviewed the 4 Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle games, and then Woody Woodpecker in Crazy Castle 5, and Bugs Bunny gets his revenge by taking a shit on on AVGN's face. Then third, and that seemed like the last of it, but third in 2016, because AVGN seemed like he was ready to retire from playing the role after being tired of reviewing games, and end up going back in time to talk to younger versions of himself about, different Mega Man games, which is, I think, one of the greatest episodes. That episode's incredible. Goes back to the present, and which was 2016 at the time. Bugs Bunny is taking over his job, but then You know, it seemed like everything was all good, but AVGN's like, no, I'm taking my job back, and kicks his ass. And now this one, at the very end, now knowing that Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle is connected with a Mickey Mouse game that was in Japan, which I honestly did not know. And then a Mickey Mouse game being connected with Garfield and being connected with real Ghostbusters. Like, holy shit. These references, holy shit. That was really unexpected. Really great episode. Really great way to end the year. James Rolfe. Good job, guys, at Cinemassacre. It's cool to see that Mike Matei has made probably just a brief return. As far as I know, he's probably left for good, but at least he's been welcome back to make a brief return as Bugs Bunny and to help with some of the gameplay footage. By the way, Mike Matei does have his own YouTube channel. If you're not into Twitch, which I don't really watch Twitch that much, but he does also have his own YouTube channel, which is fun. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and click that bell icon to add me notifications. I hope you'll check out my review of Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. I was hoping to get a lot more views considering all the people who subscribed for my Johnny Depp shorts, but I guess maybe the people who subscribe to that are just more into watching the shorts than anything, and maybe they're more notified of those than my videos. But please do check out that review. It took me 4 months to make it because of a busy work schedule and some bullshit I was going through in real life. But anyway, it took a long time to edit. Would have taken faster. I wasn't so busy. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. And stay tuned. There will probably be eventually another Scott the Woz reaction. I just haven't gotten around to making them because they take longer. Like this one took a long time. But yeah, that'll end it. And yeah, that was cool that he reviewed some Garfield games. I did not expect him to make all these references because of how they are interconnected with other series like that. That was really good. 2022, I have to say, for AVGN, big improvement over 2021. Now, I don't think 2021 was like bad per se, but there were some episodes that were like come on. Like the Shrek one, as fun as it was, he was reviewing one Game Boy Color game and a game that you can talk about for 3 minutes and already have it taken care and already discuss everything about it because there's hardly anything to it. Then he was just doing a movie parody of The Wicker Man at the end. And then but the later episodes were mostly pretty good. Wasn't a fan of how he started out his 200 episode with the part 1, how it was just recaps. Part 2 was new stuff with part 2 was good. Part 3 had some recaps, but it was new mostly. But no, this year, big improvement. It felt more like classic AVGN at some point, and at some points it was kind of a new twist as well. So really appreciate it. Really, really awesome. And I thank you so much for watching my reaction. Better stop this because my ride's going to be here, so I can get a rental car because I'm in the market for a full-on car because I screwed up and I no longer have my car. But anyways, thank you so much. And yeah, just saying, in the market for a car, if you're somewhere in the Bay Area that I can reach you without having to be traveling too far a distance, let me know. I'm in wine country, by the way.